Hello Gemini, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me and watching the videos and the content that I put out, so I really do appreciate that. I do apologise though on saying that. There's been, I'm like a little bit late for the November, for the November readings, coming out before November. It was my intention, but yeah. An explanation is that my energy levels have just been all over the place with different things going on within my family, within the community, within the country, within the world, whatever is that. It's just kind of like, and with my spiritual work and things like that. So it's kind of like, quite time consuming, you could say, and meaning that there is time consuming in the sense of replenishing my energy and having to take time to like step back or step away from certain things that are going on around there, so I can step back into doing the mahi that I do, and not just with clients but energetically with my different guides that I work with, as a united collective sort of energy as well, and working and raising the vibrations, the vibration really, like my vibration, as well as working with others to raise the vibration, so we can so we can be in a world or in a space of of freedom, basically free a choice and things like that. So and it can, and you will probably be working, a lot of you, I would yes, I sense that are working like energetically as well with yourself. So what I'm hearing is like you, like me and many others, we're having to take time out. So they just say take the time out, okay? And there's a replanning or a restructuring as well within your body, within your the system as well, and some of and it's kind of like challenging a lot of people, as but okay, there's a few guides here that are like working with me today, so these reads are going to be quite different compared to like the ones in the past. Very similar in a way, but they're going to working more on a healing capacity, but also not a healing capacity, energy shifting, whatever it is that you feel that you receive from these. So I have a lot of galactic guides that are coming in with the angels, and tupuna from that stretch from the tupuna in this lifetime that I've come back in, that go way back into like the many of the different lifetimes that I've come here before. Even in my galactic heritage as well. So it's interesting, some of you may not get that, and that's okay. So just if you feel compelled to just keep listening and keep following me, that's awesome. But if this is kind of not where you're wanting to go with the readings, then that's awesome, okay, and that's also awesome as well. This is about you honoring yourself, and and what you feel is resonates with you. So there is a lot of energy that is coming around that is going to be challenging you, if now and or even before. So I don't know where they're going with that, but anyway, I hope you just roll with me and see what happens. So there is some I work with the Galactic Council of Universal Beings, and they've come through more so today with messages of what you most need to know, and what would be most helpful for you right now, as we're going through through this month of November. Okay, so today is let me see, we're the 8th of Monday, the 8th of November. So we're coming up to the 11/11 on Thursday. So and we have had the new moon last week on Tuesday, was it Monday, Tuesday? Oh no, sorry, on the 5th, 5th. So I'm thinking of Monday the 1st, and so, but even that Monday the 1st of November, I don't know about you, but for me there was a significant energy change as we move into the first day of the 11th month of this year, and so even that was, you may have felt a shift in that as well. So this is kind of like an energy update and an energy forecast as well, in many different dimensional ways. And so I hope it resonates with you, and I'm just going to roll with it. And I hope you just roll with whatever it is that you do too. Okay. So going back to the 11/11, that's coming up on this Thursday. That took, there's been a lot of new beginnings, a new way of thinking, new way of doing, new way of being, being within yourself and figuring things out, ditching this and, old patterning and, patterning basically, belief systems, and and there's something about awakening, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming up that's actually bringing more clarity to us, and it's opening us up. So, and that's kind of where Spirit are talking about, with this awakening. It's like there has been some things that have been brought more clarity to you, which has created, an awakening. So, on many different levels, wherever you are with that, or whatever that you, with that, basically on different levels of, pertaining to, where your understanding is with things as well. So there's been a shift in the energy, and there's been quite a few shifts, really. And then we're coming up into the 4th on Thursday. There was, for me, I felt another shift, and then Friday, definitely another shift again. And it was like, and you probably will be feeling the energy, maybe for some of you, there's going to be some shadow stuff, work with yourself that you're going to be working through, with your personal stuff. So they're talking about, not letting, that self-sabotage and things like that. So things are going to be coming up for you, out in the community, out in the world, and that. So that are going to be pushing some more buttons for you. And it's but there's a place that I feel a lot of you have worked towards in yourself, as in there's you're able to manage it better because you're doing this self-reflection and that sort of thing, and getting a deeper understanding. So they're talking about researching things as well, and going a little bit deeper within yourself, but even reading different things, here books about self-help, or whatever is going on a deeper level in the world. They keep going in the bigger picture in the world. So there's something about, and it is a little bit disconcerting, at the same time. So that and the reason why a lot of us are doing this internal work is, we're all doing this or needing to go there, is so we can help to manage our emotions and our feelings, and so we're able to understand what is going on, and we're able to open, therefore we're able to expand our vibration or our energy in a more positive frame of mind, or a positive frame of energy, because it's not just all about the emotions in there, in a way it's like going into that fight or flight sort of energy. So this is why they're bringing it, so we can manage ourselves when other things come up in life, along the way there. So far out. So anyway, I wasn't intending on going there, but anyway, they wanted to start off with that. So we have the 2 of Pentacles that's come up first of foremost. So there's something that's been a little maybe imbalance there with the 2 of Pentacles. They're just starting off with that, but it's going to balance out, is what I'm hearing. So they're talking about, and it may be that you're watching where you're stepping, basically, because it's he's putting one foot in the other, and he's carefully placing it. And while he's looking over that direction, he's already looking for where his next step is. So there's something in the background there. There may be a little bit, it may be a bit rough, on the background there, but there's something in, the ship is in the distance, there is, and it's the sail is up. So there's something that is ready to, you're ready to, to look at, to make change, is, adapting to change is what I'm hearing with this card as well. So it's pretty awesome. It's kind of but it's just I'm hearing not taking, not running with it, just walking with it, with something. So I'm just going to pull out the cards through a different way, because and the 2 of Swords. So there's something, I'm hearing the word indecision or indecisive, but it's also, you're not too sure about what is going on with this imbalance here. So feeling what I'm hearing is just doing, where it's like still having a plan, because it's like that's shifting your vibration and shifting the way that you're thinking about things. So with the Two of Swords, so it's like your energy here with the Two of Pentacles, shifting your energy and your mindset about money as well. So I feel like, there's this, money comes and money goes sort of energy that may be there. And now there's a sense of, where, like this processing about how you fit in this infinity energy here. Like there's an infinite, things go around, and and they come back around again, and it's like, but there may be a different energy. The idea of what spirit are talking about, or the angels are talking about, is like, we learn something as we're going back, as we go around in this, and there's an infinite amount of energy there. It's just how we choose to look at it, or an infinite amount of money or abundance, whatever that is for you. But abundance talks about not just like the financial prosperity and that sort of thing. We can be prosperous in many other ways as well. So there's something about deciding about what's going on there. There is maybe 2 or 3 things. It's like and that's okay, what you're going to do, where you're going to go. And I'm feeling like, that's like not cutting yourself out at the end of the day, not restricting yourself, because we have the 8 of Swords here. So the 8 of Swords is, I feel like it's like is about self-restricting. So you may be really restricting yourself as to, what possibilities there are, and you've probably turned it into what is probable, this is probably going to happen. But it's like, don't buy into other stories that are out there that are like doom and gloom. They're talking about this, like shifting the energy. Make your own story, create your own story and what that might look like. And yes, there's going to be some bits and pieces of, that are going to come up, and there's like a little bit of trouble here, a little bit of stagnancy, or a little bit of, a few hiccups here. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, let's not restrict ourselves or yourself, is where they're going with that, and not overthink it, because where there is a will, there is a way, and you're very clever, very clever. So it's like getting out of your head and the negative, and whatever is going on is in the negative way, and shifting that. It's just beautiful when we start to do that. And the star, okay, so there's that star of hope, that they're working with here. Excuse me. With this beautiful, I forgot what those birds are called now. Flamingo. On the end, there's a pink, pinky color, that pinky salmon-y color there. So there is something about, just looking for the best in things rather than the worst in things, and utilizing the situation and that many of, that you finding yourself in, and whether it's like, this is a bigger picture, this is going within you basically, and how you can, I'm hearing for some, maintain your composure, and I'm hearing for some it's like getting off the phone, and maybe limiting your time. And a lot of people, I can hear some people like telling the kids to get off the tablets and things like that, or to get off the phone. But it's like, what are you doing to help you shift your energy? So it's like knowing when enough is enough. And what is like restricting you there, so it's kind of like, I feel like there's something about like picking yourself up and trying a new strategy basically, or shifting this, maybe something in the plan or the strategy is needing to be tweaked a little bit, or you maybe need to bring something in or release something, and it's maybe not just right now or for the moment. That's what I'm hearing, is for the moment it needs to work like this, but the star is there, bringing that inspiration and that hope. So there is a lot of inspiration that's coming, and I'm loving how they're like talking as inspiration. So I have this beautiful, they're just drawing me to this crystal here that I've put out, and I have just completely lost the name of this, Larimar. So this beautiful, and it's a raw piece. It's beautiful, sea blue green sort of a color that when it's polished, it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's kind of a little bit of, and so definitely our energies, the healers are here. So they're just getting me to like move my hands around a bit, so that it's like pulling out some and shifting some energy as well, and then bringing in some energy to like to you know, to like settle energy as well, because our minds kind of go a little bit crazy sometimes. And so and you know, if you're not comfortable with this, then just, you know, leave the video. That's fine, I don't mind. And they're not, I was going to put on music, but they'll just say no music. So there's something about, you know, clearing energy around, and even, you know, around the cards, around everything, basically. Okay. Nice. And around that side, around what is going on here for you. So if for some of you it may be about relationships, you know, shifting with friends, family, you know, could be work colleagues, it could be, you know, with you know, that's kind of like, you know, put you in this little muddle in there, and it's like, I'm hearing in the background that little muddle, it's a bloody big muddle, but you know, we can shift that. And you said, you know, it may be just, you know, well, be a big muddle, but it's like, okay, maybe I need to like shift that and that way of thinking. It's like, you know, I've been through this, or not necessarily this, but I've been through times before, and I've figured it out, and I can figure it out this one. So we're talking here like with the strength card. It's come through here, so it's like definitely you know, have that strength, because when we, you know, it like is in the direction where you're going to move, they're talking about, you know, things being fulfilled. The Ace of Swords, that is you, like with this Eight of Swords here, and the Two of Swords. It's like like, you know, because I'm feeling like some of you, you know, they're talking about that some of you have got, you know, you've got nothing to lose, so like it's just giving it a go. So there's a sense of victory. I feel like there's a sense of victory here that was with you, and something, and maybe a project that you're looking at, and maybe this change and the choices that you're making with this. And you like, once you step through that and you start to realize, actually things, you know, it may not be, you know, now that I've released that junk in my head, I'm starting to see things a lot better. So your perspective or your perception about things may be changing a little bit, you know, so, or a lot, depending on who, you know, what is going on with you. But definitely it's like the sword, I'm hearing victory with that, but also there's, you know, in victory in the sense of many things, of the outcome that you've allowed yourself to step into something, or move into something, or release something. I mean, you're feeling a lot better, and it takes, you know, even like whether this is, you know, working with shadow stuff, it takes courage to go there. It takes strength at times to go there. It takes strength to, you know, go against the system as per se. It takes strength to go against, you know, sometimes your own, you know, what were your old beliefs, and, you know, and stepping over that, you know, across or over that boundary that we put there for whatever. It may be that you're going into a new business, or you're starting up a brand new business, or you're branching out and you may be inviting new people into your space and to work with you or work alongside you. So, and it's like, what am I doing with that? You know, who, and so it may be challenging you. Oh, I'm going to take that, because that's the Wheel of Fortune that just flopped out there. So there's something that is turning around and flipped out upside on the bottom of that deck there. So, and it was just looking at me. So I'm going to take that, and I feel like something may just flip out or flop out. It will come out, come to you, and just like, and it's like, oh, I'm going to take notice of that. So there's, with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a, you know, there's a turning, something's turning around, there's a change of events, or a turning, or, you know, something's turning around, or turning, or tweaking. May not be like 360, you know, not right around, but there's something turning or tweaking in a direction, I feel, because they're looking at these cards, it's like you're into something new. Okay, so into something new, because this Eight of Swords, you've like, and I feel like not necessarily just in a mental, emotional way, or more so as well, it's that too, but also in a physical way, because it's like your mindset, you're shifting, you know, you're shifting your perspective about something, and it's, I'm going to take that one, because even though, and here's the Queen of Swords, this is you. I feel like she's like, you know, she's very, she's kind of guarded there, but like she's suspicious, I feel like, in this card. Other cards are like slightly different, but I feel like she knows what she can, she's understanding, you know, okay, not many people can, you know, cross her, basically. It's like she knows, she's more of an understanding at the moment with her coming out about, you know, who she is, you know, what she's about, where she's going. It's still a little bit defensive on saying that, but with the sword across her heart. across this way, are guarded. So there's a sense of protection as well. There in the sense of, just being a little bit guarded, but mindful, but open on at the same time to like possibilities at the same time. But it's maybe like was said before, it's like, where is that going? And, and being careful, I'm hearing, but also like there is something, it's also like there's that sense of observation there with her at the moment, what I'm feeling, getting from this. Observing what is going around, and it's like going on around her, where they're going, and I feel like there's something about speaking the truth, and making decisions along the lines of what it is that you're speaking your truth about. So it may be that you're needing to, I feel like there's something about sharing information as well, like in a teaching perspective. But also, just doing something. I feel like there's something different. I feel like you need to tell some of you may need to tell some people some home truths as well with that. So for some of you, so whether you're a male or a female, I feel like this is, for either, gender on same, even though she's a queen, but there's something about speaking your truth. She can be quite cutting. And she has this, she's got, this mind, a quick mind and a sharp mind and a sharp tongue. It can go either way, depending on if you rub this person up the wrong way, of course. But I feel like there is something about, that there is something on saying that some of you are maybe more working on that and finding that balance in there with this party, with this two here and this, about whether I do say something or what should I say and how much do I say or do. So some of you, I'm feeling like maybe working on a course or something like that, or a video, or sharing information or that sort of thing, or or standing up in front of a crowd of people even, and speaking your truth, whatever that might mean. Okay, lovers. Okay, the lovers card is coming through here. So I feel like there's a sense of you loving yourself more than what you have before. I do also feel like as you're doing that, as some of you maybe actually, this could be like around a love relationship for some of you. This, kind of like what was said before. So it may be that you're needing to speak your truth in your value, basically, and honor yourself in that sense, and making some decisions around that, whether you're letting someone in or whether you're releasing someone to go. But it's like there's something about finding balance there as well, and it's like, yeah, so it's something a bit guarded there. Cool. But yeah, it is very exciting because it means like there's a new journey coming, that's like a journey, and whether it's the way that you're thinking about things, and or doing things, because something about letting go of toxic thoughts and feelings and relationships and that sort of thing. And some relationships may have just turned toxic lately, recently, and it's like, wow, I've never seen, I didn't even think of ever see that come out in that person, in that way. So it's like, whoa, so you're maybe having to like going into the space of loving yourself. 8 of Cups is the last card here that's coming out for you, and it's like there is something about leaving things in the past, emotional stuff in the past. It's like whatever it is like you're going through is like just pulling things out, and getting you to like look at things, and it is bringing up lots of things, emotional stuff. It's like coulda, shoulda, woulda, did it, but you didn't, and in various different areas of your life. Okay, not necessarily just around like romantic relationships, but there's something about this Lovers card, and I actually have a good feeling about it, because it's like in the way you're like feeling good about yourself as you move through that which is does not serve you for your highest and greatest good. Okay, cool. So I have this one as Larimar. This one here, like it's a very, very lovely crystal. Okay, so I don't even know if I've got the little card. I've just kind of like feel like I should. Oh yeah, I do have it actually. Handy. Chalk that one up. So this one here, I wear it because it helps me. It's I wear it a lot, or have it around me, because I work with a lot of multi-dimensional energies. So And this one here is, I'm just going to read what's on here so then I cover all the bases, okay? So basically it's found only in the Dominican Republic, and it is a stone of answers from the sea of consciousness, basically. So the blue color reflects the sea of all consciousness, which gives freedom from self-imposed limitations and a sense of peace and finding truth. And, you know, not just so much truth without, but the truth in what sits right, or what, you know, sits right for you, but what brings you peace and calm, you know. And we're always evolving. So what is, you know, what was right when you were 17, you know, is different then, because we're looking from a different point of view, you know. And when, like, you know, if you're my age now, you know, 57, it's like I'm looking from a different point of view from when I was like 17. So that's where the kind of, I just need to throw that in there, because it's like they wanted to say that, remind you of that. And find a sense of peace and finding truth. Has excellent energy for working with sea creatures of all kinds, particularly good for communication with dolphins, which is another reason why I got it. Very, you know, their amazing energy, and it has, in whales, it has some ability to enhance communication in general with animals as well as people. It can be used for dimensional and cellular work, which is a lot of the work that I do, and stimulates the heart and higher chakras. Being open to answers from the sea consciousness gives a sense of serenity, love, peace, and peace. It's good for calming excess energy, excess, now where am I going? Yeah, energies, and balances energies. It is also used in crystal healing and folklore for healing melodies of the throat, being the blue colour, respiratory system, being in that sort of throat chakra area, and the, you know, the lungs in that, but also schizophrenia. In addition, it can help one maintain one's personal energy and independence in a calm, collective fashion. So it's associated with the throat chakra and the water element, of course. So, and, you know, and I didn't just get it for that, so I was drawn to that. So if you are drawn to it, this is one of these lovely ones that could possibly help you with your energy field at the moment with what is going on. So when I was flapping my arms around there before, this is the energy that was like emanating out, and, you know, and just and reaching out in the vibration, expanding out and to you, if it resonates with you. So like I say, just take what resonates and leave what does not. If it's meant for you, you will feel it and you will understand it. If it's not, and then you will not receive it, okay? Because we all have free will at the end of the day. I'm going to leave that there with you, and I hope this has helped you in some way with what is going on with you at the moment. So I'm not going to stamp date this, because it's kind of it feels more for me that Spirit of Drawing these this time round is a timeless sort of reading with the energy that's come through with it. Okay, anyway, I shall see you in a couple of weeks. Okay, bye for now.